our priorities and for 2025 are. So, of course, we want to promote and strengthen the collaboration between different agencies and institutions so we can enter the next generation of capacity building. And to do this, we're kind of illustrating the possibility to take advantage of AI and large language models, but also data cubes, in order to kind of try and develop these evolving sort of training methods. And we also want to highlight the use of Earth code, so open science and fair data, to kind of bring in different organizations to contribute to that as a way to be a sort of hub for different kind of methodologies and work plans. And then just strategies as a whole for how we want to approach the next generation of capacity building initiatives. And the second is to look at synergies with commercial EO providers. So as you may know, ESA has the third-party mission team at ESRIN, which kind of involves third-party missions from different organizations, as well as the Copernicus contributing missions, which is from the commercial sector. And so we want to kind of highlight the value of this intersector collaboration by illustrating the use of commercial data in improving workflows alongside open source data, and how we could potentially bridge that gap in the future to streamline and reinforce workflows, and then also just training the young community, showing them how they can supplement each other. And then the third point is, as illustrated, cross-disciplinary collaboration between Earth observation experts and data scientists, for example. So we have a course in September, which will be focusing on big data foundations for Earth observation. And the purpose of this is to not only teach the kind of participants the value of Earth observation in their workflows, but also to showcase big data and how big data workflows such as high performance computing, AI kind of processing can be used to kind of streamline it and just enhance it, optimize the process basically. And this also feeds into the last point, which is maximizing the outreach and communication of ESA, EO kind of activities to not only young scientists, but also the general public and policymakers. So this course that we have in September is going to be more of a teach the teachers initiative, whereby we're trying to bring in policymakers and industry professionals as a way to kind of disseminate the kind of information they learn from this course to the wider community, to the young professionals in their kind of classes, but also just in general to better inform policy-making decisions. And so this leads on to the capacity build initiatives that we currently have. So the main approach which we use in terms of like training individuals around the world is we have these advanced thematic courses which specialize in kind of food security, for example, and highlighting the more kind of novel approaches to monitoring food security. So we have one coming up in September, which will be focused on agricultural kind of monitoring with potentially hyperspectral. The application is to be determined, but the broad area is food security, and it's leaning towards hyperspectral applications for it. And then we have more kind of generalized training, which is the universities and young professionals kind of courses, which is, for example, the transatlantic training with NASA, whereby we're kind of just trying to teach a more of a broad overview of, okay, so this is how you look at land use, land cover change, for example, for a given topic, but it's not delving as in depth as the advanced thematic courses. And so then we also have at ESRIN these Science Hub challenges. So we have two planned for 2025. The first is expected in July and the second is in September. The first will focus on meteorological applications, looking at the synergy between ongoing missions, such as Sentinel-5P example through the Tropemi sensor, and also the recently launched EarthCare mission to see how you can kind of improve your research by looking at the synergy between those different sensors. And then the second one is going to be on a polar region. That's to be determined. But in terms of the online training we're currently doing, we have the EO College MOOCs with the University of Jena. And so we have currently a couple of MOOCs already online. So the Echoes in Space, the recently launched Land in Focus, and the Cubes and Clouds. And so these are continually being updated. And we want to, this aligns with the point from the previous slide where we want to try and integrate these new novel techniques. So we want to look at how AI could be brought in to kind of create these sort of evolving MOOCs so that they can be tailored towards individuals' sort of capabilities as a way to prepare them for in-person courses that we may have. And then we have this ESA EO Training Academy portal, which will be launched soon. And this will be integrated onto EO College as a way for students who will be participating in ESA's kind of courses in person. It'll provide them with a kind of landing page to ask questions in advance of the course and just chat with the other people attending the course to try and make a sense of community before actually attending. And then on a school level, in May coming up, we have the Climate Detectives event, which is just focusing on sustainable initiatives to combat climate change. And so we'll be inviting a bunch of secondary and primary school kids to kind of learn, participate in a debate activity to kind of propose their own ESA EO mission, which is exciting. And then in June, we have the Living Planet Symposium education activities. And so this will be bringing in a range of different stakeholders, so DLR, Zero Austria, Zero Germany, and a wide variety of others in order to kind of educate the primary and secondary school kids on the fundamentals of how Earth observation works, different sensors that are involved, and then also future development, what can be happened, what can be done, and also kind of career insights from people in the industry to kind of get an overview of just inspiring the younger generation, basically. And then we have the School Atlas, which is, oh, sorry.
Just a slight encouragement just to wrap up.
Okay. Yeah, and then we have the School Atlas, which is going to be just a general kind of case study portal, and the online and the Copernicus data browser, which is just a kind of system to kind of pull data from, but it can be used as a tool for teachers to show students how to use the data or pull the data. And so opportunities for collaboration, we have 2 courses, which we're currently going for. The Earth Observation for Disasters, which a call to action was recently announced, but is closed. So if you're interested in contributing to this, you can email me or Francesco to find out more information. Robert Eckert as well. And then we have the ISRO online INSAR course, which ESA will be contributing to, but is open to a wide variety of other kind of international stakeholders as well. And then ideas for collaboration. So we want to kind of have 2 to 3 day webinars throughout the year. And so they can be on a wide variety of topics as illustrated towards the right. So if you have any interest in that, you can let us know. And then, as mentioned, the Latvia course, which is Big Data Foundations in September. If you want to contribute to any of the sessions which is going on, feel free to reach out about that. And then we're also interested in looking at the synergy between current and future Earth observation missions between like inter-agencies, institutions. So that's also an area to collaborate on. But then the final point is that we believe that there should be a kind of unified framework for tracking how long-term capacity building is actually working, because there's a bit of difficulty in seeing how the work we do on a short-term ad hoc basis is actually impacting the overall progression in countries or regions.
Measure it.
So to measure it, basically, look at the indicators. How do we actually establish this? How do we track it long term? So yes, that's what we wanted to talk about. Thank you.